I want to welcome you to a review of what's going on. I thought that this was an old thing, but this seems to be pretty new. Jon Jones gets arrested for aggravated DUI and negligence. I mean, this guy, he is just from one point to the other dude, man. It's like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. So I want to see what's going on.
Because of the coronavirus, we have to stay home, but I need to rest, go on vacation.
All right, so it says here, fighters react to Jon Jones.
Jon Jones.
Yo, Jon, man, come on.
Arrested early Thursday morning, so earlier today, on charges of driving under the influence, negligent use of a firearm, and possession of an open counter early Thursday morning. This according to the Albuquerque Police Department. I've confirmed with them as well. Like I said, multiple outlets, including the Albuquerque Journal, KOAT in Albuquerque, TMZ, MMA Fighting, are reporting this as well.
Yo. I mean, really, Jon Jones? Really? I mean, seriously, you were on a good path, man. What is going on? Dude, man, I thought this was old news, and then it happens now. Come on, man. I mean, you had the whole world in your hands. Okay, so Damon Martin says, not even the coronavirus can keep Bill effing Cosby Jones off of the streets of Albuquerque during this global pandemic. What a female dog, the fastest ever. Fake supporters and followers too. I don't know, man. I don't know. You ask for it. When you do things like this, you just ask for it, man. Seriously. Come on. That sucks. This is so unbelievable. It's almost laughable. Tom Reyes. Come on, Jon. You have to find more clever ways to hide me from me than a jail. He can't even get quarantine right. Oh my gosh. Yo, Jon, this guy again. Wow. Guess what? Nothing's gonna happen again. Oh wow. Guess what? Nothing's gonna happen again. Happens again. Wow. What a shame. Yeah. It is a shame. It is a shame. That's Gilbert. Come on. I have to say, I told you so. I need to give this man some medicine. Do you think I could fix him? Nice mustache, yo, Uncle Creepy. I tell you what.
Officers responded to the area of 3rd Street and Central Avenue just after 1 a.m. Mountain Time. In reference to gunshots fired, when they arrived, they found Jones inside his vehicle with his engine on. Jones told police he did not know anything about those shots being fired. Officers noticed signs of intoxication, and police say Jones admitted to officers that he had been driving earlier and intended to drive now.
For the life of me, I can't figure out why he doesn't hire a buddy to pay him $50K a year to be his driver. I know, right? Come on. You're making the money, man. At least he was drinking. Probably one of the most stupid athletes ever. Oh man, I tell you. Come on, nice to see some normalcy in the time of chaos. I wanted to believe you changed. Got your shot together, man. Get your shot together, man. I know that's right. This is one of the most talented fighters in history of MMA. Imagine if other sports had to deal with their GOAT being such a mess. It drives me nuts. Come on, I know. Drives me nuts too, man. Come on, man. I know that's right. obviously as a recovery, I'm just pausing this. I'm pausing this because I have to read it. This is, yo, I mean, Jon, seriously, man, think about it. A lot of people want to be in your shoes. A lot of people want to be where you're at. And you're just throwing it all away. There's something wrong. There's got to be something wrong. There's got to be something that's bothering you, something that aches on you, that pulls you back. Because, man, I can't see for the life of me why this would happen right now. I don't understand. Obviously, as a recovery addiction advocate, I sympathize with Jon here, but at the same time, at one point or another, it's black and white. Either learn from your mistakes and set a good example, especially with the size of this platform he has, or F it all up. And I agree. That's what I just said, man. That's exactly what I just said. Yo, this is sad.
This is his second DWI, and he was also arrested last year, as you may recall, on battery charges, but in the end, that was settled, and he pleaded no contest to that. That was the incident with the waitress at the Gentleman's Club, also in Albuquerque. He hasn't commented on it. His team hasn't commented on it just yet, but the Albuquerque Police Department has, in fact, commented on it. His mugshot has been released. You can see that in many different places. I asked the Albuquerque Police Department whether or not he is still in custody. They did not get back to me just yet. So that is still up in the air. But what we do know for sure is that he was arrested on charges of driving under the influence, negligent use of a firearm, and possession of an open counter early Thursday morning.
Jon Jones, yeah. Ay. Stop moaning about Jon Jones and put McGregor as the co-main for Khabib. Shut up, dummy.
Familiar news in the mixed martial arts world as UFC light heavyweight champion Jon Jones is facing some legal issues in his home state of New Mexico as of Thursday morning, when he was arrested and charged by the police department with aggravated DWI, negligent use of a firearm, having an open container, and driving without proof of insurance. Now, how is this going to impact Jon Jones moving forward? Well, the truth is, individually, these charges should not impact him too much. You know, the UFC is aware of it. They're letting more information come in, but the UFC is not going to strip Jon Jones of his championship because of a few charges that are classified as misdemeanors in a situation in which, you know, no one was injured on Thursday morning. However, the first thing I thought about when I saw this news, one of the first things I thought about was back in 2016 when Jon Jones was facing some relatively significant charges. He appeared in court in an orange jumpsuit. At that time, he had been charged with reckless driving, and he was on probation. He was on probation for an incident in 2015 in which he was involved in a felony hit and run. And the last thing that the judge told Jon Jones that day when he was in court, the judge said, listen, don't come back, because if you come back, it's not going to go well for you. Now, you know, you can take that for what it's worth. It was a few years ago, but to me, what that signifies is that the state of New Mexico is now starting to look not just at, you know, the severity of these charges that Jon Jones is facing, non-violent crimes, but they're looking at, you know, sort of what the rest of us are looking at as the repeated offenses. You know, this guy has just repeatedly gotten in trouble, repeatedly cannot get out of his own way. And that, to me, I think, you know, listening to what that judge had to say a few years ago, the last time Jon Jones was in court, it makes me think that it could come up, and so these charges would impact him in a way that maybe they wouldn't have, you know, if these were his first offenses.
My gosh. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and go back to the picture real quick. I have to say that Jon, man, come on. You know, it's like this. You got everything that most people don't have. You have a lot of stuff that, you know, if for some people you have everything and you're just throwing it all away. Grab a hold of yourself, get some kind of help, because this just leads further down the line, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And unfortunately, there are going to be people that are not going to put up with this. They're not going to want to back you up. They're not going to want to be your fan. they're not going to be, it may not cost you anything right now, but if it keeps happening, man, in the long run, it's going to cost you everything. Yep. All right, well, that's it for today. So Jon Jones again is arrested for DUI and all kinds of aggravated whatever or another. Aggravated DUI. And that's all I got to say with the MMA community. They're reacting to him. And unfortunately, I don't think anybody was surprised when this came along. So, guys, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you for joining me here. And just stay out of trouble.